Hello friends. What happens when the mountain-steady Capricorn man crosses paths with the fire-bright Leo woman? Is this an exhilarating cosmic collision, or a recipe for emotional turbulence that not even the stars can fully predict? And why does their connection often feel like a tug-of-war between stability and spectacle, devotion and desire, logic and passion? Let's explore that electrifying chemistry and uncover what really happens when Earth meets fire. Imagine two people drawn together by forces they don't quite understand, one glowing like a sunrise, the other standing tall and silent like a mountain. What sparks first? What ignites deeper? And what keeps them coming back to each other even when their differences threaten to pull them apart? After watching, if you'd like to support the channel, click the Thanks button right under this video or use the donation alerts link in the description. Your support really helps me keep creating. And of course, if you enjoy the content, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks so much for being here. Now let's continue. Chemistry. Initial attraction. What draws a Capricorn man to a Leo woman in the first place is not just her brilliance, it's the full, golden force of her presence, the kind that sweeps across a room like sunlight breaking through cloud cover. Her confidence isn't loud for the sake of noise. It's regal, warm, alive. When she speaks, people lean in. When she laughs, the air itself seems to vibrate. And the Capricorn man, often reserved, calculated, and slow to reveal his emotions, feels something inside him jolt awake. He notices details most others overlook: the way she carries herself with effortless authority, the fierce kindness in her eyes, the way she claims space without apology. It fascinates him because it's so different from his own nature yet so complementary. She represents a version of life that is more vivid, more daring, more expressive than the one he usually allows himself to live. In her presence, he senses a possibility of expansion, as though she invites him, without saying a word, to step beyond his usual boundaries. For the Leo woman, the attraction is just as immediate but rooted in something deeper than appearances. While others may crumble or shrink beneath her fiery charisma, the Capricorn man remains grounded, unshaken, and composed. His stillness is intriguing, a kind of quiet confidence that doesn't compete with hers but stands beside it with its own unmistakable strength. She sees in him a man who cannot be manipulated by charm, who cannot be dazzled into submission. That alone captures her attention more than flattery ever could. His reliability, his sense of purpose, the subtle but undeniable power he carries in his calm demeanor, all of it feels like the kind of stability she didn't realize she craved. She senses that behind his seriousness lies an inner world rich with depth, discipline, and loyalty. And even if she jokes about him being too stoic or too practical, she respects him more than she lets on. There's something admirable about a man who doesn't need to perform, who doesn't need to shine louder than she does, because he knows exactly who he is. Their chemistry is built on contrast, but it thrives on recognition. His earth steadies her fire warms his earth. He admires her passion, her courage, her ability to transform even ordinary moments into theatrical flashes of life. She, in turn, admires his endurance, his integrity, his capacity to remain anchored while the world spins chaotically around them. He finds comfort in her energy, she finds safety in his structure. It's a magnetism that doesn't explode instantly but builds with tension and intrigue, drawing them closer through curiosity and an unspoken admiration for qualities they themselves lack. What makes their initial attraction so powerful is that they ignite transformation in one another without even trying. The Capricorn man feels more alive in her presence, as though she coaxes out parts of him he rarely shows: his humor, his sensuality, his courage to take emotional risks. She inspires him to step fully into life rather than always planning for the future. And the Leo woman, often accustomed to admirers who chase her with over-the-top gestures, discovers in Capricorn a refreshing kind of pursuit: subtle, intentional, respectful. He doesn't rush, he doesn't overwhelm. Instead, he studies her, listens to her, and approaches her like a rare treasure to be understood rather than conquered. That alone makes her heart beat differently. Their connection deepens through the little things: the way he quietly observes her when she thinks he isn't looking, the way she tries to break his seriousness with playful teasing, the way they both sense the potential for something meaningful long before they speak it aloud. The Capricorn man becomes fascinated not only by her charm but by her resilience, her loyalty, and her generosity. The Leo woman becomes drawn not only to his stability but also to the hidden warmth she senses beneath his controlled exterior. She sees a man who could love deeply, fiercely, and faithfully once he allows himself to open up. Even their silences speak volumes. His calm presence softens her edges, while her vivid energy draws out his dormant passions. They admire each other in ways neither fully understands at first. He sees her as a spark that could light up even the darkest path, and she sees him as the foundation strong enough to support her grandest dreams. Their initial attraction becomes a dance of subtle glances, unspoken admiration, and a sense of destiny that grows stronger with each encounter. The real magic lies in how their differences call to each other, his logic to her intuition, her emotion to his restraint, his patience to her boldness. They meet in the middle of their contrasts, discovering that their opposing qualities are not obstacles but invitations. An invitation for him to embrace warmth, spontaneity, and expressive affection. An invitation for her to embrace patience, strategy, and emotional grounding. And so their chemistry becomes a slow-burning flame, steady enough to endure, bright enough to entice, deep enough to intrigue. It is not the kind of instant explosion that fizzles as quickly as it ignites. It's the kind of attraction that grows roots before it grows wings, an unfolding connection that hits deeper with each shared look, each exchange, each moment where they see themselves reflected in the other's opposite nature. Their fascination turns into admiration, their admiration into desire, and their desire into something that promises both challenge and profound fulfillment. Emotional dynamics. What happens when emotions enter the stage between a Capricorn man and a Leo woman is far more complex, layered, and transformative than their initial chemistry suggests. Their emotional landscape is a meeting of opposites, one cautious and controlled, the other vibrant and wholehearted, and this contrast can become both their greatest obstacle and their greatest strength. For the Capricorn man, emotions are not something he rushes toward. They are something he approaches with the same seriousness and deliberation he applies to every major commitment in his life. He loves deeply, sometimes more deeply than he will ever admit out loud, but he loves in a way that unfolds slowly, like the careful building of something sacred. To him, emotional intimacy is not a spontaneous flame, it's a structure he crafts brick by brick, ensuring every piece is solid, every foundation strong, every promise honored. He doesn't fall, he descends thoughtfully. He doesn't confess, he reveals. He doesn't chase grand gestures, he shows his affection through reliability, responsibility, and unwavering presence. His quiet devotion often goes unnoticed, not because it lacks depth, but because he expresses it through consistency rather than intensity. The Leo woman, however, lives in a different emotional universe, one powered by passion, luminosity, and unapologetic expression. She feels everything with her full heart, with the kind of warmth that can illuminate even the darkest emotional corners. She doesn't understand restraint in love, she understands celebration. She thrives on affection that is visible, vocal, and vibrant. To her, love is meant to be expressed boldly, to be felt viscerally, to be lived out loud. When she gives her heart, she gives it generously, fearlessly, and wholeheartedly. She wants affection that is warm, praise that is sincere, appreciation that is spoken. She wants a partner who not only loves her but shows it, frequently, openly, proudly. This creates a dynamic that is both intensely magnetic and sometimes emotionally volatile. The Capricorn man watches her emotional openness with a mix of admiration and bewilderment. He wonders how she can be so fearless, so expressive, so unguarded. Part of him envies it, part of him fears it. He's not sure if he can match that kind of emotional transparency, or if he even should. He questions whether too much expression leads to instability, while she questions whether too much stability leads to emotional distance. She might lie awake at night wondering, why doesn't he show more emotion? Why does he stay so controlled? Why doesn't he open up the way I do? And he may sit quietly thinking, why does she need so much reassurance? Why isn't my loyalty enough? Why does she interpret silence as indifference? Yet beneath these opposing emotional styles lies an extraordinary opportunity for growth. When they begin to understand each other's emotional languages, something rare and beautiful emerges, a balance most couples never achieve. The Leo woman brings a radiant warmth to his guarded heart, melting defenses he didn't realize he had built. She teaches him that vulnerability is not weakness, that expressing love is not reckless, that showing emotion is not losing control. Through her, he learns to soften, to open, to speak from the heart rather than from logic alone. She awakens in him a capacity for emotional boldness he never imagined he possessed. In turn, the Capricorn man offers her grounding, the kind of emotional stability that allows her fire to burn brighter instead of burning out. He provides a safe emotional structure, an anchor in the midst of her passionate storms, a place where her heart can rest without fear. He teaches her that love doesn't need to be loud to be strong, that devotion can be quiet and still be unwavering, that reliability is a form of affection just as powerful as romance. With him, she learns patience, emotional endurance, and the beauty of stillness. Their emotional relationship becomes a journey, a fusion of fire and stone, of warmth and wisdom. She encourages him to express what he usually hides, while he helps her understand the depth behind subtle gestures. He begins to see that her need for reassurance is not insecurity but a desire for connection. She begins to see that his emotional reserve is not coldness but caution born from a heart that loves with gravity, not impulsiveness. Together, they create emotional maturity from two different ends of the spectrum. He teaches her how to weather emotional storms without losing herself. She teaches him how to feel fully without fear of losing control. Their emotional differences become complementary strengths. Her passion breathes life into his stoicism. His calm steadies her fiery spirit, and in the quiet moments, when he reaches for her hand without being asked, or when she softens her tone to truly listen, something profound happens. They meet in the center of their contrast, creating a dynamic that is both emotionally rich and deeply balancing. Their connection becomes an evolving dance of expression and restraint, affection and stability, warmth and grounding, each step teaching them more about themselves, each moment drawing them closer to an emotional harmony that feels not just powerful but transformative. Long-term compatibility. So can this pair actually go the distance? The answer is yes, but not because their relationship is easy or predictable. Their long-term compatibility is built through a layered, evolving dynamic that deepens over time, shaped by loyalty, mutual admiration, and the way each partner fills emotional and practical gaps in the other's life. A Capricorn man and a Leo woman can create a bond that feels both regal and resilient, a partnership that combines ambition with warmth, discipline with passion, and stability with joy. But for that longevity to flourish, they must learn something essential early on: they cannot fix each other. They must honor their differences, not grind them down. The Capricorn man enters long-term relationships with intention. He does not commit lightly. He commits with the weight of someone who understands responsibility. He sees life as a series of steps, plans, and structures, and he applies that same perspective to love. When he chooses a partner, he is thinking far beyond the present moment, imagining shared futures, financial stability, long-term goals, and emotional endurance. His love is not impulsive, it is architectural. He evaluates compatibility not by how dramatic the spark is on the first night but by how solid the foundation will be years from now. He is the type of partner who will remember mortgage payments, financial strategies, deadlines, and long-term security before his partner even thinks to worry about them. In his mind, relationships succeed through preparation and dedication, not just romance. The Leo woman, on the other hand, enters long-term relationships with a vibrant heart and a desire to build a life filled with meaning, expression, and shared joy. She doesn't want just a partner. She wants a co-creator, someone who celebrates with her, dreams with her, and steps into life with excitement. Her world is painted with color, energy, and emotion. When she imagines a future, she sees adventure, shared triumphs, a home filled with laughter, warmth, and heartfelt connection. She doesn't want a relationship that feels like a business arrangement. She wants one that feels like a shared story, full of scenes worth remembering. And this is exactly where Capricorn surprises her. Beneath his seriousness lies a man who wants his partner to shine, to succeed, to thrive. His support may not be theatrical, but it is unwavering. In the long term, their compatibility grows stronger when they embrace the fact that each partner brings something the other lacks. The Capricorn man's consistency becomes the emotional and practical backbone of the relationship. He provides reliability in a world that often feels chaotic, and this gives the Leo woman the security she needs to express herself freely. His planning ensures that their shared life rests on a stable foundation, financially, emotionally, and structurally. When she dreams, he designs the blueprint. When she envisions possibilities, he organizes reality to make them happen. Meanwhile, the Leo woman adds vitality to his well-ordered world. She reminds him that life is not just about achieving goals, it is also about enjoying the journey. She injects joy into routine, celebration into daily life, and warmth into his sometimes cool exterior. She teaches him how to savor little victories, how to be spontaneous, how to appreciate beauty and emotion without always analyzing or controlling them. Through her, he learns to let go, to loosen the grip, to embrace experiences that cannot be calculated or predicted. She becomes the flame that lights up his steady, quiet path, not overpowering it, but illuminating it. Their long-term strength lies in this incredible complementary energy. His stability becomes the platform on which her dreams can take shape, and her optimism becomes the light that softens his seriousness and brings color to his structured plans. She pushes him to live, to feel, to celebrate what he has accomplished instead of constantly preparing for the next challenge. He grounds her, helping her turn dreams into achievable goals, visions into strategies, ideas into realities. In the long run, this combination of fire and earth creates a relationship that resembles an empire built from both passion and discipline. When they respect each other's roles, his as the builder, hers as the inspirer, they become an extraordinary team. Problems arise only when they try to switch these roles or diminish each other's natural strengths. If the Capricorn man tries to dim her brightness, she will feel trapped. If the Leo woman tries to pressure him into becoming more expressive than he naturally is, he will feel misunderstood. Harmony comes when they admire what makes each other different rather than viewing those differences as obstacles. In long-term partnerships, the Capricorn man becomes fiercely loyal. His devotion grows stronger over time, not weaker. He stands by his partner through storms and victories alike, offering stability when life becomes unpredictable. The Leo woman, in return, becomes deeply protective of the love they build together. She pours passion into the relationship, keeping it vibrant and emotionally alive long after the honeymoon phase fades for other couples. Her loyalty is not quiet, it is blazing. She will fight for the partnership, uplift it, celebrate it, and pour her whole heart into preserving it. Together, they evolve into a power couple, one that commands both respect and admiration. He creates durability, she creates brilliance. He ensures long-term security, she ensures long-term happiness. When they move through life side by side, each one becomes stronger, braver, and more fulfilled than they could ever be alone. Yes, they can go the distance, absolutely. But they do so not by blending into one another, but by holding on to their unique qualities and allowing those qualities to enrich the shared life they build. Their love becomes a testament to balance, the steady heartbeat of Capricorn and the radiant pulse of Leo combining into something remarkable, enduring, and truly unforgettable. Communication conflict resolution. Communication between a Capricorn man and a Leo woman can feel like two different operating systems trying to run the same program, each powerful in its own right, each capable of astonishing results, but speaking entirely different languages. It's not that they can't understand each other, it's that their default emotional settings are so fundamentally different that even simple conversations can feel like translating poetry into mathematics or turning a sonnet into a spreadsheet. Both systems function beautifully on their own, but the magic, and the challenge, comes when they attempt to sync. The Capricorn man communicates with deliberate precision. His words are measured, intentional, and rooted in logic rather than emotion. He believes the purpose of communication is clarity, efficiency, and problem solving. To him, discussing an issue means breaking it down, identifying the root cause, and finding a practical solution. Feelings are acknowledged, yes, but they aren't the priority, because in his mind, emotions should not overshadow rational thinking. When conflict arises, his instinct is to retreat into analysis. He may withdraw, becoming quiet and introspective, not because he doesn't care but because he's trying to organize the chaos internally. His silence is not neglect, it is strategy. The Leo woman, however, communicates through passion, expression, and emotional transparency. Her communication style is vibrant, intuitive, and deeply heartfelt. To her, talking about a problem means sharing emotions first, seeking validation, and feeling genuinely heard. A conversation without emotional connection feels incomplete, even dismissive. She believes that healing begins with acknowledgement. She needs her partner to affirm her feelings before diving into solutions. When conflict arises, she expresses herself energetically. She wants dialogue, engagement, responsiveness. Her raised voice isn't aggression, it's intensity. Her tears aren't manipulation, they're sincerity. Her frustration isn't exaggeration, it's passion. These differences create sparks, but not the pleasant, romantic kind. They create misunderstanding. She may look at his measured calm and think he doesn't care. He may look at her fiery expression and think she's overreacting. She might accuse him of being cold, emotionally unavailable, too distant, too stoic. He might interpret her intensity as unnecessary drama, believing she's amplifying problems instead of addressing them. And so, conversations that could bring them closer instead push them apart, unless they learn to pause and bridge the gap. The turning point in their communication comes when they begin meeting each other halfway, recognizing that neither style is superior, just different. When the Capricorn man learns to speak not only with reason but with warmth, something shifts. He starts to understand that saying, "I'm here with you," or "I understand why you feel this way," doesn't compromise his logic, it enhances connection. He learns that emotional expression does not threaten stability, it strengthens intimacy. When he offers even a small glimpse of vulnerability, the Leo woman feels seen in ways that resonate deeply. His willingness to talk about feelings, even briefly, becomes a powerful gesture of love. In return, the Leo woman learns that patience is not silence, it is grace. She begins to see that his withdrawal is not rejection, but reflection. She discovers that giving him space to process emotions doesn't diminish her needs, it creates room for clearer, more productive dialogue. She learns to temper her intensity, recognizing that not every emotional wave needs to crash with full force. When she expresses herself with a little more restraint, not less passion, just more clarity, he feels less overwhelmed and more capable of meeting her where she stands. With these adjustments, communication between them becomes a dance instead of a clash. She softens her fire just enough to be heard, he warms his coolness just enough to connect. They learn to listen, not to respond, but to understand. He learns to speak in ways that feed her emotional needs, and she learns to listen in ways that honor his need for structure. Their once chaotic conversations become grounded, meaningful, constructive. Together, they develop a communication rhythm that blends the best of both worlds, his stability and her expressiveness, his logic and her emotion, his patience and her passion. Their disagreements become opportunities to grow, to deepen understanding, and to reinforce the strength of their bond. The key to their success lies in three simple yet profound principles. He must give warmth, because even a spark of emotional expression from him feels like a sunrise to her. She must give patience, because giving him space to think doesn't diminish her importance, it enhances communication. And both must give respect, because respect transforms differences into strengths, turning conflict into connection and communication into a shared language rather than a battlefield. When they embrace these principles, they transform communication from a struggle into a superpower. Their words become bridges instead of barriers. Their conflicts become catalysts instead of explosions. And their relationship grows not in spite of their differences, but because of them, proving that when earth and fire learn to speak with understanding, they create a connection strong enough to withstand anything. Physical intimate connection. Physically, Capricorn and Leo share a connection that doesn't erupt instantly like a wildfire. It builds, simmers, deepens, and gains intensity over time, creating a physical bond that feels as inevitable as gravity and as transformative as heat meeting stone. Their intimacy is not simply about attraction, it's about awakening parts of each other that have long been dormant, parts that only ignite when they encounter someone whose energy contrasts their own so powerfully that the collision becomes irresistible. The Capricorn man approaches physical connection with restraint at first. He is controlled, measured, and often slow to reveal the full force of his passion. His touch is intentional, his presence steady, and his desire unfolds in layers rather than sparks. On the surface, he appears disciplined, almost reserved, but beneath that calm exterior lies a fire he keeps tightly contained. He doesn't give himself easily because, to him, physical intimacy is not casual. It's a sacred exchange, something he opens only to a partner he truly respects and trusts. He doesn't rush, he observes, he evaluates, he studies the rhythm of the connection before he gives in to it fully. But once he does, he brings a depth of devotion and sensual focus that can take his partner completely by surprise. The Leo woman, in contrast, enters intimacy with warmth, confidence, and generosity. She brings color, vibrancy, and magnetic energy into the sensual space. Her approach is expressive and full of emotional fire. She doesn't just connect physically, she connects with her presence, her spirit, her bold affection. She wants passion that feels alive, engaging, filled with heat and heart. She wants to be adored, appreciated, cherished openly. And she gives back just as intensely. She makes her partner feel desired, celebrated, and awakened in ways they didn't know they needed. Her sensuality is not only physical, it is emotional, creative, and alive with meaning. This contrast creates a physical dynamic that becomes incredibly powerful once the two worlds blend. The Capricorn man brings concentration, patience, and unwavering dedication into intimacy. His intentionality makes every gesture meaningful. His steady presence becomes a grounding force that allows the Leo woman to surrender fully to the moment, to feel safe while expressing her passionate nature. Meanwhile, Leo brings enthusiasm, warmth, and unfiltered affection into the connection. She infuses their intimacy with spontaneity, playfulness, and emotional fire, qualities that slowly coax Capricorn into revealing the intensity he usually keeps hidden. Together, they create a bond that is both stabilizing and exhilarating. Capricorn's grounded sensuality meets Leo's fiery passion, forming a layered intimacy that feels rich, balanced, and deeply satisfying. Their physical connection becomes a dance between fire and earth. Her heat ignites him, his steadiness anchors her. He teaches her the beauty of slow, intentional intimacy. She teaches him the thrill of expressive, unrestrained passion. Each encounter becomes a fusion of their energies, his calm intensity blending with her radiant warmth, his controlled desire merging with her vibrant expressiveness. As trust grows between them, their intimacy transforms into one of the strongest pillars of the relationship. The Capricorn man, once cautious and reserved, begins to open fully, showing a level of passion far deeper than his partner ever expected. He becomes bolder, more expressive, more physically attuned, surprising even himself with how much he is willing to give when he feels emotionally secure. The Leo woman, sensing this trust, responds with even greater warmth, devotion, and sensual creativity. She feels cherished in a way that touches not only her body but her heart, and she returns that feeling with a level of affection that bathes their connection in constant emotional light. Their physical relationship becomes a safe haven, one where they can both escape the pressures of the world and reconnect with each other in the most honest, unfiltered way. It becomes a space where their differences dissolve, his seriousness softens, her intensity grounds, and together they find a shared rhythm that feels natural, harmonized, and deeply fulfilling. It's a connection that doesn't rely on fantasy or pretense. It thrives on authenticity, trust, and mutual desire. Over time, their intimacy becomes not just a part of the relationship, it becomes the glue that binds them, the language they speak when words fall short, the place where their emotional and physical worlds merge seamlessly. It becomes a powerful force that rejuvenates them, strengthens their bond, and reinforces the love they share. Their sensual connection evolves into something far greater than passion. It becomes devotion expressed through touch, trust expressed through vulnerability, balance expressed through desire. In the end, the physical and intimate connection between a Capricorn man and a Leo woman is not just an aspect of their relationship. It is a living, breathing force that grows with them, supports them, and becomes one of the most defining elements of their love story. Shared values, life goals. Capricorn and Leo might seem different at a glance, one ruled by earth, the other by fire, but beneath the surface lies a powerful alignment of values that forms the backbone of their long-term potential. What makes their connection so enduring is not the absence of differences, but the presence of shared principles that speak to the deepest parts of who they are. These values run far deeper than preferences or habits. They touch identity, purpose, and vision. And when these two signs discover how closely their life philosophies intertwine, their bond becomes stronger, richer, and more meaningful than either initially expects. Loyalty stands as one of the most defining shared values between them. Both Capricorn and Leo are fiercely devoted when they commit, but their devotion expresses itself in different colors. For the Capricorn man, loyalty is a quiet vow, one he lives through actions more than words. When he chooses a partner, he chooses with intention, depth, and long-term vision. He stays through storms, supports through challenges, and gives his full presence in ways that often go unnoticed because they are so consistent, so steady, so woven into the daily fabric of the relationship. The Leo woman, meanwhile, expresses loyalty with passion, pride, and heart. When she loves loudly. She protects her partner, uplifts them, defends them, celebrates them. Her loyalty burns bright. She shows it through affection, encouragement, and a fierce sense of emotional fidelity. And because both value loyalty to such an intense degree, betrayal is nearly unthinkable for either of them. They respect commitment not as an obligation but as a sacred promise, which gives their relationship a foundation of trust that few other pairings can match. Ambition is another bond that ties their spirits together. Capricorn seeks success quietly, thoughtfully, strategically, always building, always planning, always climbing. His ambition is disciplined and precise, often rooted in long-term security and achievement. He doesn't brag about his goals, he simply works toward them until they are reality. The Leo woman, however, seeks success with flair, passion, and charisma. Her ambition is bold, expressive, and fueled by her desire to create, lead, inspire, and shine. She wants her achievements to have meaning and visibility, something she can pour her heart into and take pride in. Despite approaching ambition differently, both are driven. Both want more from life than the ordinary. Both crave impact, purpose, and accomplishment. In this shared pursuit, they motivate each other in extraordinary ways. Capricorn teaches Leo how to channel enthusiasm into strategy, and Leo teaches Capricorn how to celebrate progress instead of treating every goal like just another step on an endless ladder. Together, they build momentum, his discipline aligning perfectly with her passion, his endurance supporting her creativity, her vision expanding his practicality. They become not just lovers, but partners in ambition. Security forms one of the strongest intersections in their value systems, though they define it differently. The Capricorn man gravitates toward financial stability, structure, and long-term planning. He believes that real security comes from preparation, through savings, steady income, and a life built on solid ground. For him, money is not just currency, it is safety, freedom, and protection for the people he loves. The Leo woman seeks emotional security above all. She craves reassurance, connection, affection, and a sense of being valued deeply and consistently. Emotional stability, knowing she is cherished, prioritized, and understood, is what anchors her heart. And while these types of security differ, they complement each other beautifully. Capricorn's financial and lifestyle grounding creates an environment where Leo can feel safe enough to be her most expressive self. Leo's emotional warmth and unwavering devotion create the atmosphere Capricorn needs to feel supported, encouraged, and open. Together, they build a sense of safety that spans both the practical and emotional sides of life. Legacy, too, is a shared value that binds them in profound ways. Both Capricorn and Leo want a life that means something. Capricorn seeks to leave behind a legacy of accomplishment, integrity, and long-standing impact. He wants to build something that endures: a career, a family structure, a reputation of respect and reliability. Leo seeks a legacy of influence, inspiration, and emotional significance. She wants to make people feel something, to create memories that last, to leave behind stories filled with her warmth and brilliance. When these visions blend, they create a shared mission that feels bigger than either of them individually. They both want to build, to create, to contribute, to be remembered, not out of ego alone, but out of a deep desire to live fully and leave the world brighter than they found it. Together, they become a pair capable of extraordinary achievement, transforming ambition into shared purpose. Their life goals often complement each other perfectly. The Leo woman dreams big, her imagination stretches far beyond limitations. She sees possibilities, potential, and futures painted in bold colors. She thinks in terms of greatness, beauty, and emotional fulfillment. The Capricorn man, in turn, takes these dreams and builds the plan. He turns ideas into steps, vision into structure, hope into execution. She gives the dream its wings, he gives it its bones. This synergy creates a relationship where goals do not compete, they collaborate. Where visions do not clash, they merge. Together, they can achieve remarkable things precisely because they balance each other so naturally. Her courage pushes him beyond his comfort zone. His discipline anchors her leaps of faith. She teaches him to desire more, he teaches her to achieve more. And in the process, they become an unstoppable team. One fueled by devotion, ambition, security, and legacy. In the end, their shared values form a strong, intertwined foundation that allows their love to grow not only in passion and emotion, but in purpose, meaning, and long-term alignment. Their differences may shape their daily interactions, but their shared principles shape their destiny, and that destiny has the potential to be extraordinary. Final thoughts. So what's the final verdict on a Capricorn man and Leo woman in love? It is that their relationship is never meant to be ordinary. It isn't quiet, predictable, or effortlessly smooth. Instead, it is a striking blend of contrast: earth and fire, silence and roar, steady climb and fearless leap, woven together into a connection that feels larger than life itself. Where other couples may blend easily, Capricorn and Leo shape each other. They sculpt, challenge, inspire, and refine one another in ways that leave a profound imprint on the relationship and on their individual growth. They are a pair forged through difference, but strengthened through intention. The Capricorn man brings patience, structure, and unwavering loyalty. His love is a foundation, solid, dependable, something that can withstand storms. At first glance, he may appear too reserved for the Leo woman's fiery heart, but beneath the surface lies a depth of devotion that resonates with her need to feel valued and protected. His presence becomes an anchor, a quiet force that steadies her spirit and gives her the confidence to shine even brighter. The Leo woman, in contrast, brings radiance, courage, and a fierce, expressive love. Her affection is a flame, not destructive, but illuminating. She breathes life into his routines, color into his plans, warmth into his stoicism. She teaches him to move toward joy instead of only duty, to celebrate victories instead of simply checking off boxes, to live with passion instead of calculation. Her love becomes a spark that awakens him, softens him, and draws him into emotional worlds he usually guards carefully. Together, they form a dynamic that is anything but stagnant. Their compatibility isn't effortless, but it is powerful, so powerful that it transforms both partners from the inside out. They don't simply love, they evolve. They don't merely connect, they stretch each other toward better, fuller, more courageous versions of themselves. Their relationship becomes a constant give and take of energy. his grounding force supporting her fiery ambitions, her boldness pushing him toward emotional freedom, his logic balancing her intuition, her creativity expanding his practicality. Of course, their journey requires patience and understanding. They must learn to speak each other's emotional languages, to navigate conflict without retreating or exploding, to honor differences rather than trying to erase them. But when they manage this, when they truly accept one another's nature, they create a bond that feels both divinely balanced and intensely human. Because they challenge one another, their love never grows dull. It grows deeper, richer, more rooted in mutual respect and admiration. Capricorn and Leo become a couple who continuously rise, individually and together. They inspire each other to reach higher, dream bigger, and ground deeper. They remind each other that love is not simply about comfort, it's about growth. That a true partner is not one who mirrors you, but one who strengthens you. That passion is not the opposite of stability, it is enhanced by it. And in the end, they become one of those unforgettable pairings that doesn't simply survive time but thrives within it. Their relationship matures like a rare, complex wine, deepening in intensity, beauty, and flavor with every passing year. What starts as sparks becomes something brilliantly lasting. A fire that never burns out, an earth that never erodes, a love that endures because it is built on challenge, balance, and unwavering devotion. Their story is proof that opposites do more than attract, they elevate. Their love is not a simple romance, it is an evolution, a partnership of passion and purpose, destined to leave an imprint on their lives that nothing else can match.